This is Eagle Owl, and today I will talk about the Cowboys being the biggest threat to the Eagles, far as in the NFC. Hell, I might even say the NFL. But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's get into it, man. I watched some wonderful football today. The NFC East looking like the best division in football. Um, But I didn't see no dominance. Let me say that. I didn't really see a team dominate today. You could say the Cowboys because they beat the Jets 30-10. I could say their defense was dominant. But the offense, 2 of 6 in the red zone. Dak was 31-38. CD Lamb was cooking. But it was still something off about that game because even though Dak was 31-38, 31 completions is a lot of completions, but 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. That means a lot of dump offs. They played this safe. What you should do if your defense is dominating, play it safe. So I took the landscape of the NFC and I looked at the biggest threats. All right, so they say the Rams. The Rams are I mean, not the Rams, I'm sorry. The 49ers. The 49ers are a big threat, right? So I'm watching the 49ers game. I'm like, the 49ers defense is okay. It could get picked apart. It is a top 5 defense for sure, or a top 10 for sure, but they could get picked apart. Now, should I overly judge it because it is a rivalry game? Possibly, but when I seen that first game, I'm like, yeah, they dominant. But that second game, they showed some flaws. They showed that they are a running team, and the one thing the Eagles can do this year is stop the run. Yeah, they'll do wide receiver reversals, things like that. But Eagles, I think our team is fast against sideline to sideline. That's just simply not going to work. Brock Purdy and these dudes, they scored over 30 points, and Brock Purdy has 0 touchdowns. 0 touchdowns. So Brock Purdy is playing it safe. And to me, especially in the playoffs, maybe they could get us in the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs, your quarterback gonna have to do something, and I just don't see that. Brock Purdy versus Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts to me is still clearly the better quarterback. So we'll dust them off. The NFC North is just in shambles. They said Justin Fields was better than Jalen Hurts, or he's gonna have a better year. Had a clean pocket all game against the Buccaneers. Clean pocket. Couldn't do anything. Simply couldn't do anything. Players were getting open. DJ Moore was open a lot, but Justin Fields still processed the game like a rookie. He has not developed. He's still the same guy, even with a better team around him. What NFC South? We play the Bucks. I think the Bucks are the best team in that division. But again, I haven't seen anything impressive. They beat the Bears. They beat the Bears. So nothing really impressive. They beat the Vikings, and it was a nail biter. But I don't think Mike Evans will go off. Maybe he will, but our offense is going to put up points against that defense. Bucks defense is really good right now, but our team will put up some points against them. So I don't really see them as a threat. And honestly, the only threat I see to us, let me get it up here, is the Cowboys. The Cowboys, man. I can't lie. Like I said, Dak, 31-38. He was very persistent, but at the same time, during the 2 games, this is a lot of points. Cowboys scored 70 points. 70 points. And Dak is only responsible for 2 touchdowns. Think about that. 70 points. And Dak is responsible for 2 passing touchdowns. So that lets me know their defense, again, is really good. I think they special teams got a point as well against the Giants, if I'm not mistaken, on the block field goal. But again, they are playing good football. Even when I look at the AFC, like the AFC don't look dominant. Joe Burrow is clearly regressing. Clearly regressing. And like I said on my Twitter, he's regressing and nobody's talking about it. If Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott or any of these other quarterbacks, hell, I would throw Daniel Jones in there. Hell, I'll throw the NFC East in there. They'll be like, well, Joe Burrow will get it together. They say Jalen Hurts and these dudes are having fluke seasons. They regressing, but the media don't come at Joe Burrow. Maybe they will now because a lot of people was in an uproar about it. Like, yo, he's regressing. Nobody's talking about it. I'm just saying. But yeah, like the AFC, like the Chiefs, even Patrick Mahomes showing he need weapons. They won 17-9 against the Jags. Trevor Lawrence ain't looked that dominant. Um, Justin Herbert's 0-2. Again, these them AFC quarterbacks are getting blown up. I think it's an Eagles and Cowboys thing right now. It's week 2. Things can change because I seen that dominant defense that the Cowboys got last year in the beginning of the season. That as the season went on, people started to figure them out. So is having Dak Prescott play basically what I would say what they call them quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins and like Brock Purdy and them. I can't think of the name, but he's playing that role. Like just made no mistakes. He's not playing elite, but he's not playing below elite. He's playing right there in the middle. And he almost threw a pick six today. Just they offense don't scare me at all. And maybe they're going through a transition like we're going through. You know, the Eagles got a new offensive coordinator. The Cowboys got a new offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts and Brian Johnson still trying to figure out what they're going to do. Maybe they offensive coordinator and Dak Prescott still trying to figure out what they're going to do. But the Cowboys already admitted last season that they're going to run the ball more. A lot of West Coast offense. So that's what it looked like they're doing. They just trying to get the ball in their playmakers' hands and see what they can do. But I don't think that's enough. Playing it safe, that's enough to get you to the championship, I guess, especially when you start playing those dominant defense. The Giants, I don't believe in them. You know, they was down 21 or 20-0 going into the half. They did play a Jonathan Gannon team, which just gave up the lead and let them win. Washington, I can't pinpoint them yet because they beat a Denver team who got destroyed by the Raiders, and the Raiders got destroyed today by the Buffalo Bills. But they did dominate Arizona Cardinals team in a way, but there were a lot of turnovers. So I can't really, I really don't know what box to put Washington in just yet because you only can play who's on your schedule, and they're 2-0. We're 2-0. Cowboys 2-0. Like our division is killing junk right now, strictly killing junk right now. So again, when I look just at the landscape of all the teams, including the AFC, is it's the Cowboys. Maybe the Bills are starting to pick it up because Josh Allen balled out, but it was the Raiders. It was the Raiders. Dak Prescott didn't really ball out, but their defense did. But they played Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson. Again, we will see. And I guess I'm repeating myself. Just the biggest threat is the Cowboys. Like, no offense has been dominant. You see pieces, like even the Eagles, like, okay, they offense not dominant just yet, but when they get it right, they get it right. But they run defense. I mean, they run offense and they run defense. You see something there, but I didn't see a complete full package from any team yet. Whereas though I'm like, they are a juggernaut. They're going to be hard to beat. Haven't seen that team yet. I've seen competition, but I haven't seen that dominant team. Like when you seen the Chiefs 3 years ago with Tyreek Hill, you're like, yeah, that's a dominant team. They're going to be hard to beat. I don't see that team. And I'm not watching the game tonight just yet. Maybe the Dolphins could be that team, but I'm going to go back and watch. After this video, I'm going to go and watch the game, see what's going on in that game. But I haven't really seen any dominant team yet. I haven't. I thought that was going to be the 49ers. I seen flaws in them. Cowboys, I'm starting to see the flaws in them. Again, I haven't watched the Miami game, but Miami, they look dominant week 1. So right now, to me, it's a very even playing field. Any team can get it except the Cardinals. Any team can get theirs off basically except the Cardinals. Seen the Lions look good. I seen Rams look good. I've seen parts here and there. Any team right now in the NFC can get it. But I think as time goes on, Eagles and Cowboys are going to start separating themselves. Then it's going to be the 49ers coming up. And maybe Detroit. maybe Detroit. Shoot, Falcons are undefeated right now. So, but hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man, about the news? I am. I'm sorry, I'm a little off. Maybe I probably repeated myself a couple times this video. I said a couple things. Maybe I'm all over the place a little bit because it's a little reaction to week one. But right now, again, all I really see is the Cowboys as a threat. But this is Eagle Al. I'm a